I'm Jackie Wilhelm. I'm the Director of Children's Ministry at Crossroads Christian Church in St. Matthews. This month, we're talking about commitment. Commitment is making a plan and putting it into practice. This month's memory verse will help motivate you towards making that commitment. Training the body has some value, but being godly has value in every way. It promises help for the life you are now living and the life to come. 1 Timothy 4:8. All month long, we're talking about practicing 4 things that will really help us win this race of faith. Hearing from God, praying to God, talking about God, and now, this week, living for God. This week's Bible story can be found in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 12, beginning with verse 41. So let me catch you up to where we are in chapter 12 of the Gospel of Mark. This is the week that began with Palm Sunday. This is the week when everybody celebrated Jesus coming into town, and Jesus and his friends were coming into town to celebrate the Passover. It's a couple of days later probably, and they're in the temple now, and Jesus decides that he's going to sit down at the back of the temple near the offering box. So let's find out what happened, shall we? Jesus sat down across from the place where people put their temple offerings. He watched the crowd putting their money into the offering boxes. Many rich people threw large amounts into them.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
But a poor widow came and put in 2 very small copper coins. They were worth much less than a penny. Do you know what a widow is? A widow is someone whose husband has died. And back in Jesus' day, when your husband has died, well, there's not a lot of chances for you to make your own money. Odds are good you're pretty poor. Jesus asked his disciples to come to him. He said, "What I'm about to tell you is true. That poor widow has put more into the offering box than all the others. They all gave a lot because they're rich. But she gave even though she is poor. She put in everything she had. She gave all she had to live on." Let's think about that for a second. Some of those people came up and put in, so very many coins. But the poor widow, well, she only put in 2 coins. Jesus knew those other donors may have given more money, but yeah, they had money left back home. They had just given out of their excess. The widow gave all she had to live on as a way of worshiping God, as a way of telling God, "I trust you to provide for me." We can follow that woman's example and practice living for God. We can practice living for God every day when we love God and love each other. Jesus showed us with every day that he was on earth what it was like to live a life committed to God. He showed us that we should hear from God's word, that we should pray to God, that we should talk about God with each other, and that we should live out our beliefs every day in every way. Loving God and loving each other with all of our hearts, all of our souls, all of our minds, and all of our strength. I have really enjoyed learning these lessons on commitment with you, and I can't wait to find out what we're going to learn together next month. Goodbye.